On the Woodpecker today, we finish the floor.
It's difficult to sweep a concrete floor because it's so rough. Since I intend to make a lot of dust in my shop, I need to do something to make the floor smoother. But before doing anything, we must stop working on the walls and move all the remaining wall planks. So we move the scaffold closer to the front doors and I move out all the planks. Yes, all those planks are going inside the house. Since they're 16 feet long, they're going through my daughter's old bedroom up to the kitchen. When they're all in the house, we have a nice pile. I didn't expect that many planks. I thought I had less when I was looking at them on the scaffold. But it's not the only thing we have inside the house. Inside the next room, we stored all the remaining insulation. And the smaller planks are stored in the basement. This is what we'll be putting on the shop floor. Epoxy-coat. I bought 3 kits. Each kit contains everything to cover 500 square feet. So I'm pretty sure I'll have enough. The first thing to do is to sweep the floor. Now we can clearly see the spots we have to scrape. Yes, I had some varnish which dripped from the drying planks on the concrete floor here and there. We have to remove it all. René scrapes the bulk of it with a scraper and I remove the rest with a brush on a grinder. This makes a lot of dust. I put on a mask just after this. After, we have to sweep the floor again. Then we're ready to clean the concrete. I pour some water in a bucket and empty the cleaning solution from the kit. Then I pour this in a garden sprayer. Now we just need to dampen the floor and spray the solution. But just spraying is not enough. We must vigorously scrub the floor. Both of us are scrubbing in different directions to scrub both ways. Then I double rinse the floor. We just need to repeat this for the rest of the floor. When the whole floor is clean, I rinse it again for the 3rd time and René removes the excess water. I do the same around the dust collector pipes and the edge of the concrete with compressed air. To help the drying process, we install a fan to move the air around. The next morning, the floor is dry and I sweep it for the last time. Then, just for good measure, René vacuums it. It's a lot of preparation before beginning the real work. The first thing I do is pour all the 3 buckets of colored resin in one big bucket. This will eliminate the color difference there might be between them by mixing them together. Now I'm ready to begin. First, I pour the hardener up to the line on the measuring stick, which is provided in each kit. Next, I add the color resin up to the 2nd line. Then I mix it well with the included mixing tool. This must be mixed for 3 minutes.
Okay.
It's René's job to check the timer. Then the mix is poured onto the floor immediately. because epoxy hardens more quickly in the bucket than in a thin coat on the floor. I emptied the bucket in a line about 2 feet from the edge of the walls. This is fairly thick, so the bottom of the bucket takes a long time to drip on the floor. Next, I use a brush, also included in the kit, and trim the edge of the walls. I brush around the dust collector pipe too. Then, with a squeegee, as you can guess it's also included in the kit, I spread the first epoxy batch on the first section. When I'm done, I need to roll the section with a paint roller. But it's now impossible to walk on the epoxy. That's why I bought those spikes soles to be able to walk on it. And nope, they're not included in the kit. They look like a bunch of screws on the bottom of plastic soles. I strap them to my rubber boots and I can walk on the freshly spread epoxy. Yes, I said walk, not run. Now I can roll the entire section. When I'm finished rolling both ways, we're ready to make the second batch. Then, just like for the first one, I spread it with the squeegee and roll it. René goes outside to do the back door seal. We know the epoxy will change color because of the sun on the exposed parts, but we think it will be less noticeable than stopping the epoxy under the door. For the next batch, René helps me spread the epoxy. This speeds up the process. She just has to be careful not to step on it. Then I back roll the first section for the second time, and now I'm ready to spread the flakes. This was included in the kit, but I didn't take any chances and ordered more just to be on the safe side. This is super easy to do. I just have to throw the flakes into the air. This way they fall down in a random pattern onto the soft epoxy. For the side of the walls, I throw them onto the walls, and because of the rebound, it looks similar to the rest. Next, I continue on the other sections. This is pretty repetitive. When all the floor is covered with epoxy, and I've rolled it twice, I finish everything with the flakes again. Spreading the epoxy took us 6 hours to cover 1,000 square feet. This is what it looked like on the next day. For my first experience with this kind of product, I'm really satisfied. My floor looks great. We really like it. Thanks, and see you later for the next episode of the Woodpecker.